guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 170,000 subs. Well, welcome, fans. Compliments of the new year in 2026, and we are still in the spirit of Africa Cup of Nations. So allow me to say, Dumelang sanibona napshini molweni yenda. Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam, alhamdulillah, from Amafen's way. And yes, Jumbo Africa. My name is still Kamza the Sport, and yes, we are yet again bringing you the new installment of our discussions with regards to the Africa Cup of Nations. As we do know that we have reached the round of 16, whereby now the real tournament starts. The men have been separated from the boys. And now the two gentlemen joining me in terms of these discussions are right here on the post that we have from Nigeni, and then on the far post that we have Brache. Gentlemen, thank you very much and welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, my brother.
Gentlemen, it is that time where we get into all things the round of 16, as we do know that Bafana will be up against Cameroon.
Yeah.
Now, the question that I want us to engage on firstly is, let's look at how we played the first 3 games in the group stages, the starting 11s, the players that have been there. So I just want to find out from you, who has impressed you the most in the group stages, and maybe some of the players that needs to come at this point in time to sort of like create that impression into saying, let's go for the hanger and win against Cameroon.
Okay. My center backs, they impressed me most during the first game, second game. The third game, I was not so impressed. They had doubts. You know, when sometimes you are not sure if I'm really going to do this. And also in the last game, Mbegezeli Mbokazi was a little bit more excited about his position and being on the pitch, about trying to boss it too much in a way that at times he lost. He lost his position. Yeah, he was found out of position. Remember the third goal? It went straight there to the left. Diba had moved forward, so he was supposed to shift a little bit to the left. He didn't, and that guy was very quickly, because during the game you watch how your teammates are playing, how your opponents are playing as well. So you know this guy is so speedy. So I either close him like Andrew Rabota, man to man, or I close the space.
Yeah.
In a way that he won't have too much distance between myself as a center back and the goalkeeper. The space must be limited there, but he allowed him space there. But my center backs have been very impressive. Also, there is this guy, Ulamtutu, Umbule. Umbule has been heavily criticized.
Yeah.
Now they've even started on social media to call him Uyalazi. Uyalazi umjida. No, the guy is impressing me. He's able to drift from Orlando Pirates and fit into the Bafana team. And he has got a great coaching staff there. Remember the last game against Zimbabwe where he was heavily criticized? He took 2 or 3 shots that were very dangerous. Had those shots gone in, we would be saying he played well.
Yeah.
It's just that we expect Mbule to be Tsepang Moremi, to be Relebogile Mofokeng, whereby he's going to play those killer passes and stuff. He can play them from time to time, but he's very good at linking play, especially with Bafana and at Orlando Pirates as well. He's very good at linking play with other players, and that he does exceptionally well. Against Zimbabwe, I watched one of his interviews where he said, no, the coach said, I mustn't sit too much with the central midfielders. I must move a little bit away from them, and I was able to take that shot during the second half. So Mbule, according to me, has been playing very well. But he just needs to believe that he can, and he must stay away from social media. If it was possible, they were going to delete TikTok, delete YouTube, delete Google from his phone. Then he can just be able to receive calls, because
Yeah.
that can disrupt him. Because people are talking too much. But he has been impressive. Mokoena has not reached his full potential, but is right there. Mokoena is dangerous without touching the ball. So I like that about Mokoena. But let me leave to my colleague. But those 3 or 4 things I've spoken about, to me, the guys have impressed me there, and they need to improve where they can. Yeah.
Bridget?
Yeah, well, I think we didn't have a proper start as a team. We need to be honest. I think from the first game, Angola, we didn't have. In fact, in all these 3 games, we didn't do very well. But we're fortunate that at least we've got the results, because sometimes it's not about how you play.
Get the result.
It's about how you get the results, and I think Hugo Broos has been doing that very well, because he's also under serious critics, because sometimes we want a combination of good play and the results, but sometimes it doesn't happen because opponents are not the same. So in the group stages, South Africa didn't play that well, but of course there were factors into that. If you look into overseas players, if you remember very well, some of the players, they met the team in Morocco. We didn't have an opportunity to actually have the practice matches with them. In the game against Ghana, almost all the overseas players were not around. So the first game was a bit, shaky, because obviously some were not even playing. Yaya came from an injury as well. So there were a lot of factors. But I'm happy now that the team is beginning to gel very well. So look, when I look into the back 4, there are people who are saying, no, maybe let's start the game with CBC, and let's drop Ngezani. But I'm having a different view, and I think we had that discussion while we were outside. CBC is coming from Pirates. There were games where CBC was not playing. There was a time where CBC was also injured. And then you look into the group stages games, almost all of them, CBC didn't play. Now, if you were to bring CBC now, I'm telling you now, you'll be compromising that back 4, because one, on the first game when we were playing against Angola, of course Ngezani was scrappy, but he improved on the second game when we were playing against Egypt. When we were playing against Zimbabwe, there were serious tackles, critical tackles that he conducted. So he improved a lot. So it will be a gamble, a serious gamble, if you were to take CBC, who never played any match. Even at Pirates, there were games where he didn't play at all. So it will be risky for any coach to bring him in these critical stages of the games. Remember, here we're talking about last 16. You fumble with this game, you go home. There's no time to recover here. Yes. So there we can't take chances. Leave it as it is. Leave that back 4. So let's go to the middle. I will still have a problem with Yaya if I were Hugo Broos. But unfortunately, I'm not Hugo Broos. I'm just a fan that is supporting. I'm not Hugo Broos. So my aspiration as a fan, I will say leave Mokoena. He's actually not doing well, Mokoena. I don't know what is happening with him. He's not doing that well, but maybe he will wake up from that sleep. Leave Mokoena. Maybe pair Mokoena with Mbata and have Mbule just in front of them. I think that's where we need to leave it. Maybe uyaya kancane nje umuthi ngaphandle uqale ngoMbatha oqala ngayo Obas. But I'm just saying I've seen uyaya and I'm not convinced ukuthi angasinikeza lento esifunayo. So I'm saying start ngo Tebza, and then Mfakele Umbatha, because the challenge that I've seen is that if the opponent decides to maybe play sort of a low block, we'll be rotating the ball all the time.
Yeah.
Even here at home, we'll say yendoda uphambi kwamapali shaya manje, and akekho umuntu oshayayo. So mhlambe momfakele Umbatha, you are also giving uTebza a space a relief nyana ukuthi at least we know ukuthi if Mokoena is not going to take shots, but Umbatha can. We saw a game against Zimbabwe, I mean Rwanda, when we needed to qualify for World Cup by hook or crook. I think the first goal came from Umbatha. I know but in those games, critical games, he does raise his hand. So I'll say Kalangale 3 in the middle, and maybe second half mhlambe substitute Umbule and have Urile, because I also see Uguti for some reason that are known to the coach, Relay is not playing. If Adlala uzodlala those minimal minutes, but obviously the coach understand what is happening. Like I said before, he also used to coach Cameroon. He will be properly placed and know Guti mele afage iphi personnel against who. So in that middle field, that will be my take. Then Pambili leave things as they are. Mhlambe qala ngayo Mremi, qala ngayo Apolis, and still have Lael Foster. Ungamchange Lael Foster out of Faga Umahopa. Leave Lael Foster there, and maybe around, because the coach takes time as well to replace. We need to talk about that. To coach before they replace. And sometimes we are under a tremendous pressure. So I'm saying maybe 60-65 minutes was absorbing but we can't get anything here. And maybe introduce Mahopa, then we keep Fosler. Fosler, he for me a regainer, bit by bit. He scored how many goals now? Two goals. Apolis is also having 2 goals. We need lesser speed Apolis, Neska Moremi to frustrate these guys. And that will be my lineup, honestly speaking, for a game yet against the Cameroon.
Now, gentlemen, let's wrap it up. Like I want us to have like a conclusive starting 11 into saying, okay, Hugo Bruce, Asvumelaneni, Pramnigeni, as well as Prache, into saying this is the starting 11 that he needs to go for in the game against Cameroon on Sunday. So you're saying the back 4 stays the same, including the
for me.
goalkeeper.
Remember, I don't know Guti Ikolikiamizotin, but for me, I'll remain with that same back 4. Are you
still sharing the same sentiment?
I'm very happy and excited and excitement.
Now let's talk about middle of the park going forward. So Prache, you're saying that you must pay Umbatha as well as Mokoena. I don't know, Pramnigin, what are you saying? Are you sharing the same sentiments, or do you have your own opinions with regards to of who needs to come there?
I would play Mokoena and Yaya in the center of the park. What I like about Yaya, he is able also to he can play without touching the ball. I remember the Spanish coach during that World Cup that they won. People were complaining about Busquets, and he said, if you watch the whole game, you won't see Busquets. But if you watch Busquets, you'll see the whole game. The same applies with Yaya. Just watch him. See how even when he is walking, he's walking with common sense. He's intelligent. So I will keep him. And then keep Umbatha in my pocket.
Yeah.
That I will take him out later on and then put Umbatha just a little bit in front of Tebogo Mokoena.
Yeah.
Because Umbatha can take those shots. He's clinical when it comes to that, and Mokoena has been scared to take those shots. I saw against Egypt, he put Yaya and Umbatha behind and he pushed Mokoena a little bit to the center line. So that limited us in terms of trying to strike at goal. Mokoena can strike very well, but Umbatha beats him with accuracy.
Yeah.
You know English. Accuracy.
Yes.
That's a big English word.
Yes.
So with that, I will put him like that. Then I will keep Foster. Foster is doing very well. Even when he is not playing, but there is that one moment that is that is going to give you,
Yeah.
even if he's not playing well, but he knows this. He knows the center forward position very well. Police, Remy Onkota, I'm fine, but there are some special players that you can always bring on.
Mm.
A player like Mfukeng. You know, Mfukeng is that rare breed like Dr. Khumalo, like Lucas Radebe. Those players that come once at a time. Even if he is not playing well, but he will give you those moments. He can play the whole game. He can play with moments. That's why the previous Orlando Pirates coach, Ribeiro, used to keep him on the bench during finals and then introduce him because he was going to give him something. When I say when that boy was born, God was there. He's only there for a few people. when Dr. Khumalo was born,
Yeah.
in fact, God prepared the tools and the equipment to produce this boy, just like Dr. Khumalo. He said, I want to give him to special parents.
Yeah.
And he gave him to those parents.
Yeah.
And then he looked after the womb. And when his mother was giving birth, God was there.
Yeah.
You can see this boy. Everybody loves him. Even Kaizer Chiefs supporters, they love to see him doing well. Sundown supporters, they love to see him doing well.
So
Myself, yeah.
So my colleague is saying, when we were born, God was not there.
No, so some people, some people got, yeah. Yeah. No, Idlozi works. Idlozi is not superior to God.
Yeah.
Idlozi, when you speak to your Idlozi, your ancestors, you are asking them to ask God. So to some parents, he just gave them fertility.
Yeah.
And then you came out of, but there are those special people like Mandela, like Dr. Khumalo, like Relebohile Mfukeng, like our cameraman. He never gets it wrong. He never gets sick. So there are some special people that God was saying, this one is going to be seen by the world. Your Messi, your Ronaldo's, your Haaland. God was there to create this people himself. He didn't just plant and left. So Mfukeng can give us something, and he's got experience as well. He has done it against these Arab teams in the Champions League. He has done it in the PSL. He has done it in the national team. So if he can be given, even if you give him 10-15 minutes, he will make a difference, that boy. When he was born, God was there.
No, that's why I've been saying, of late, I think in the game against Zimbabwe, totally he was not played.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Total. And that got me worried to say, but this is a star boy. At some stage, we gave him the young player of the season. We are not saying in all the games he should be there. But there are those games of critical games. At least throw him, even if it's 15 minutes. Let's see what the boy can give us, especially when it's difficult to unlock the opponents. Throw that boy into the pitch and you'll see miracles. So but I trust Hugo Broos. I know in each and every critical game, Hugo Broos will always surprise you and surprised almost the whole world. I know that they will definitely beat Cameroon.
Well, you have heard it from the two gentlemen, sharing the same sentiments, but differing here and there into saying, keep Sithole, others say, no, take out Sithole, come in Bata there, but more or less the starting 11 should be the same. But yeah, we are in for a surprise. What say you, my friends? Share your starting 11, and are you sharing the same sentiments as the gentlemen, or do you have your own views? My take is, we need to shut the back door. We've conceded so many goals in the group stages. Importantly, we also need to score goals, because right at this moment, it's do or die. So we need goals, but we need to shut down the back door. But nonetheless, it has been a great interaction with the two gentlemen, myself, Kamza the Sport, Pramnigan, as well as Abrachabu. It is how we wrap it up. And yeah, let's continue the conversation on the comment section. But from the three of us, we're signing out.